Cooper, sir. I just got word from your state trooper. The plumbers have escaped.
Those miserable wrench heads won't ruin my evil plans. Prepare an ambush, Mauser. Make road pizzas out of them.
How do you know this so well?
It was in the ROM hack I was playing.
Oh, that makes sense.
Pasta La Vista.
It's like how you recognize the Bowser theme from Galaxy because of the wine sauce.
Repainted?
Yeah.
Where it goes,
da, 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 da.
and then Bowser goes, oh! Sadly, I forgot to bring the converter cable for my blue snowball microphone.
It's alright.
Sadness. But good news is that we're in a good recording studio. You shouldn't hear
the chair squeaks.
the chair rolling anymore, which is good. But you might hear cat action. But
you might hear a little
if
jingle bell.
needs must, Bunny will be kicked out.
Okay. She'll probably be a good burn.
Oh, she's eating a hair tie right now.
Of course she is.
Okay. Welcome to the intermission episode that decided to do.
Hooray!
I am your host, Spicy.
And I'm Peach.
A Peachy or just Peach?
Just Peach.
Okay. If you've had Peach for so
I would
long...
I would go with Peaches then, and then it's like, oh, that's also the Mario.
It's also the Mario movie. Mm-hmm. Mario's done so much that you can capture it.
It's true, really. They make any sort of reference, and you're like, that must be a reference to this thing. And it's like, no, they've just done a lot.
Those fireworks, that has to be a Mario RPG reference.
It's like, no, I think they just wanted to make the fireworks shaped like a power-up.
Like a fun color. But before that, there was some breaking news that was so breaking that I felt like I needed to make a little mini podcast episode just to talk about it. There's some Mario Supershow drama that just started to happen.
Dun, dun, dun. I do not know about this. I decided to just let you tell it.
So I learned about it through Hobby Drama Reddit. I think their name was like R1B0, and they had a bandana Waddle Dee icon. Thank you to them for bringing this to my attention. So, you know Me TV Tunes, right, Peach?
They own the rights to the Super Show and the Sonic and all that.
No. Me TV Tunes is the TV channel on 32.2, or it might be 21/7.
I remember.
It is a satellite TV channel that at this point in time is one of the only satellite channels in my area that actually airs cartoons. It's them and PBS Kids, and that's it. It used to be Cubo. And as a purveyor of satellite TV cartoons, this is very intriguing to me.
It is fun. They play like a bunch of old Hanna-Barbera.
So that's what they do. And it's like, I guess, they have the rights to all those. And there's the ones that are like, they're the forgettable characters. The one that Dexter's Lab makes fun of, the bear in the afro. Like the ones that are like, oh yeah, I guess you were a creation,
They were playing like Scooby-Doo at Ghoul School the other day.
Yeah. So they've been picking up a lot of cartoons because, what do you know, a lot of cartoons were produced, their creators don't care about them anymore. So you can pick up the rights to them very easily. So one they picked up was Scooby-Doo Mr. Incorporated, which was wild. Like, it's not at all the vibe that they give off. Oh, they're also playing Speed Racer on there.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty classic.
But that one's like the 60s era. But they decided to
that one seems more like something they'd play on retro anime.
Mm-hmm. It's retro. Mm-hmm. Scooby-Doo Mr. Incorporated, I'm like, this is only 15 years old. What the heck is this doing in here? But, Super Show is over 35 years old. It might be even approaching 40. Well, Mario's 40, so it can't be older than that. The point is, Me TV Tunes decided to pick up the Super Show for airing. However, they aired the first episode, as we all know, The Bird, and we got some enhanced visuals.
Uh-oh.
You can see them on the screen here.
Oh no.
We got
I did.
They did indeed. It was like, oh, what is this? The best one is when they get to the title. Can you read that title for me, Peach?
The Supple Mario Bros.
The Supple Mario Bros. Super Show.
Supple.
No, one thing. I give them crap, but they also added captions to all these episodes, which, being a cartoon in the 80s, it didn't have captions. They didn't care about accessibility. So thank you, MeTV Toons, for adding proper captions to the Super Show. However, what is this? So there was a big outcry against MeTV Toons, being like, for being the ones that keep the cartoons around, you sure are showing crap. You're showing us slop. And it's like, yeah, Deke cartoons were already not great, crappy quality, but like, this ain't helping. This is making it worse. So everyone was yelling at MeTV Toons, and they were like, it's not our fault. This is what we were given from Wild Brain, the current owners, who bought out the previous owners, who bought out the previous owners, Cookie Jar, who bought out the previous owners, Deke. They are like 3 to 4 steps disconnected from whatever the heck it even is.
I mean, Wild Brain are the people that uploaded the Mario show with the little VHS rips on the side onto Netflix.
And they also re-upload the show time to time on their website, but it's like, why is it when you gave it to MeTV Toons that you gave them this enhanced quote-unquote video? The Reddit post I was looking at had a bit of discussion about, like, standard definition is what all these cartoons were based off of. And also because, Deke, they didn't give 2 craps. A lot of the original cell sheets are missing. They're not collected. They've all been auctioned off,
They're sold.
They've all been... They sold them in their bankruptcy buyout or something. Well, the point is, it's harder to do enhancements of rescanning everything between, running it through a program. So one website, Cartoon Brew, got an interview with Wild Brain. They got to answer their question about, like, what the heck's up with this AI-based upscaling, you cheeky bastards.
Cheatsy.
All right, so the full Wild Brain statement is, what voice should I do for this enhancement? What voice should
Mauser
I do? Okay. From time to time, as new technology emerges, we look to upgrading the viewing experience for the classic content in our library, especially series that are showing their age. This includes exploring ways to enhance our library through human-led, AI-assisted processes that increase resolution, improve color quality, and make other adjustments to upscale the overall presentation. This process is not performed by Wild Brain Studio, but overseen by professionals who manage the classic content in our library. Much like aspects of traditional film restoration, this process is intended to help ensure our content can be distributed to audiences for years to come. Overall, we have also seen very positive results. However, because some shows were made many decades ago, the original source material doesn't always contain enough information for the AI tools to interpret properly. In some cases, this can result in visible distortions. We are actively reviewing the episodes and working to correct issues when they occur. Wild Brain continues committed to be providing the best viewing experience that respects the integrity of the original content. PR crap. Okay, what they're saying is, it wasn't our fault. We outsourced it to a studio that used AI tools. And listen, the original show was crap already, so that's why the AI gave us an even crappier result.
Gee, thanks.
And then the top comment on the thing is, go to off the cliff, Wild Brain. The whole point of this was to get the show available to modern audiences. No one asked you to lazily yassify these cartoons.
Also, great Mauser voice. It kind of dipped into Jurgen from Sarah Max for a little bit, but it was pretty good.
I needed a Germanness.
Jurgen.
And also, it was longer. Mauser, he takes his time with his lines. I had a lot of lines to get through. But anyways, yeah, so this is what Wild Brain is saying. And I guess it's like, they don't feel like it's on satellite TV, and it's like, we don't want it to be in 480p, we gotta do something. But also, apparently, MeTV Toons only has permissions to upload what Wild Brain just gave them, which is the AI crap. They do not have permissions to upload to view the DVD ROMs, even though everybody knows that the DVD ROMs are the way to go. I say ROMs, I mean rips. What do you make of all this, Peach?
Jesus.
And also they're saying a human-led AI, and I think it's like, what, did the human lead their finger to the button that made the AI filter run? Like, come on. I don't think they painstakingly, did their best in this kind of stuff.
All over this AI stuff.
Well, I think it's because it can encapsulate a lot of things. But this is less of a learning process and more of like image enhancement, which is always dubious. But it's one thing if it's like...
I know, because I've seen that with some cartoons where it's like they add frames to make it like 60 FPS precure transformation. And I'm like, I don't like this.
Like, it's too intense.
This is too much.
Yeah. I used to use a tool for that to upgrade my Idolmaster backgrounds so that they were really, nice and flowy. But it's like, at the same time, you don't want that on your official product. It's one thing if it's like, I'm just putting it on my computer desktop. It's another thing when it's like, this is our official product. Then why does it look like Luigi is a banana? Why does Luigi look like he has a banana for a face? Like, you start getting in there and it's like, what are these shapes? These are not...
It's just blurry shapes.
And you go and you zoom into what it has, and it's like, yes, I can understand why a banana was extrapolated from Luigi. However, he was not always a banana.
It is not a banana. Oh, well, we should really get into the meat of what this episode is about.
Yeah, the drama is over. I don't know how Wildbrain is going to send over better AI enhancements.
But whatever.
I mean, it's 52 episodes.
Like, there are ways to find the original it's good
free!
Quality if you really want.
Yeah.
This is just like an accessibility thing.
I mean, because the pros is it added closed captions, which, again, it's pretty important, because sometimes characters are unintelligible.
It's just like if you're surfing through channels. Like, if I was surfing through channels and I saw the Donkey Kong Country cartoon, I would do a double take.
I would go, oh, shit, Donkey Kong!
I'd go, what?
and then I'd watch it. I do love that there's, like, a little pool of movies or TV shows that if I was surfing through channels and I saw it, I would stop everything that I'm doing and just watch it. What are some of those for you, Peach?
Ratatouille. Every time, like, when I was at my grandma's, like, if they were playing Ratatouille on TV, I would just sit down and watch it, like, no matter how far in the movie they are. And I'm like, it's just such a good movie.
Everybody stop the presses. Ratatouille is on the TV.
I gotta watch Ratatouille. Oh, I was at work the other day, and my cousin texted me that the Retro Crush was playing Magic Knight Ray Earth, which is one of our favorites from when we were kids.
Of manga, but only volumes 1 through 3.
Well,
I feel like you didn't enjoy it.
It's one of the classics.
That's
what
true.
I'm saying.
Okay.
I turned on the channel and I was like, oh, hey. And I was like, should I sit here and watch it? And it was like, I had just finished up work. And I was like, I'm going to sit here for like 30 minutes after work and watch the show. It's like, I'll just go home. It's on Crunchyroll. I can just watch it there.
It's true. It's available many places.
It's getting a remake this year.
It is. Although, with all the remakes, I'm like, this is looking good, but Clamp is a notoriously detailed art style. And if they don't, and it looks like they're doing the Crystal thing, where they don't simplify it because they want to retain that original art style. And it's like, that's all well and good, but do you have the money to keep this type of quality up? But it gets one more interruption.
Oh my gosh.
She's been thrown out.
But look at this cute girl.
Look at her
She's
roll.
Flapper.
Look at her roll. She's getting tossed. Okay, sorry, distraction. What were we talking about? The movie, yes. So, it's Mario Movie 2, Mario Galaxy movie.
It is funny. We did our predictions before we even got the first trailer. It was just after they had announced it.
Yeah, officially, the title, I believe.
It was just funny to me, and some of our predictions immediately came true. We're like,
such
yay!
As
Junior, my boy!
And Junior and Kamek interactions.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Peepaw Kamek!
Peepaw Kamek.
We love Keith Michael Richardson.
He does such a good job as Kamek.
Yes. He's such a shrivelly old man.
One. I just need more Kamek in my life.
Truly. And then it turns out we did, in fact, get the Yoshi. Oh, that was the Old Spice. So it turns out the Old Spice leak was true. I didn't think it was. My intuition on what are and are not true leaks is very bad. So it was a true leak. Yoshi was in the movie. And I like how... Well, so trailer 1 had Rosalina and Junior as the big fixtures, but then for trailer 2, it's like, everybody's asking this question. Where's Yoshi? Of course Yoshi's going to be in this movie. What do you think?
Duh.
Of course
and he's voiced by Donald Glover.
But he only says Yoshi.
He makes cute noises.
I don't know, so a lot of people are like, yes, this is like, the talking Yoshi was bad. It's like, first of all, rude. Second of all...
When did we have talking Yoshi?
Andrew Saviston.
In the show. I forgot.
And it's like, first of all, I don't think Andrew Saviston did a very bad job at all. I thought he did great with what was provided to him. But Donald Glover, I don't know. To me, it doesn't even matter that it's Donald Glover. It's just like a weird piece of trivia. Like, did you know that Yoshi in this movie was voiced by Donald Glover?
I don't know. My thoughts are like, did they pay him for that? Or did he just come up and go, hey, I really want to be in this movie? And they're like, you can be Yoshi. And he's like, I'll totally do it.
Are you saying his agent first approached or
himself?
Or did his studio
himself was like, hey, I really want to be in this movie?
Or did the studio approach him and were like, so what do you want to do in this movie? And he's like, I really like Yoshi. And they go, sure.
Can I be Yoshi?
I really... Oh, shit, I meant to pick Yoshi.
We thought of the same Game Grumps. Shit, I wanted to be Yoshi. And then take it out of context and put it in the magazine.
Yes, breaking news.
Jacob Anderson wanted to be Yoshi. I think that's who it was.
Yes, that sounds about right.
So we talk about our predictions from the last episode we did.
Mama Luigi did not occur. There were
They
no...
did not make a Mama Luigi.
Not only no jokes, but the dynamic was not there at all. There was a Luigi and Yoshi relationship, but it was much more buddies and less
There were
like
also plenty
parents.
of Mama jokes, but they were directed towards Rosalina.
They were all, yeah, and all her babies.
Mama?
And they did make another Super Show joke. They said, we're hooked on the brothers.
It's so great.
It's like, oh! You know us so good.
Yeah, there were quite a few references to the first movie, which I appreciated. They did still have all the assets, so it's like,
you know,
they might as well use them.
We spent a lot of hard work and sweat into those. Although some things did not get brought up again. I think that was just like, it was there in the first movie and then it just gets dropped with like Mario's hatred of mushrooms. There was no time for that.
Yeah, we have plenty of things to go talk about.
It's the one complaint I've heard of this movie is it's too overpacked. It's overstimulating. It's like a sugar rush. These are the insults I've heard about it. What do you think of all those insults, Peach? The movie is too overbearing and cluttered.
Man. People are just so harsh on everything.
I mean, I think it's that you gotta find something to critique it about. Because nobody's perfect. You gotta work it again and again until you make things right.
I don't know, man. It's if you wanted a movie about Mario, then that's what you got.
It's a Mario movie.
It's a movie about Mario.
About all things Mario.
If you don't like such a thing, then you're not gonna like the movie. Ta-da!
Play it put. If you...
I guess I don't have the, well, not luxury, but, you know, I don't have the mindset of someone who doesn't know all this Nintendo stuff going in and watching it.
Unfortunately, we care too much about Mario. And if there are a few things that we don't recognize, it's like, oh, but I bet that's something from Mario, you know, we just haven't identified
like,
it's
I feel like all of the references are put in enough where even if you don't recognize it, then it could be like, oh, well, I guess that was referencing something, or that was funny enough. Haha, the Rob moves really slow. It's like the joke.
It's like customer
Zootopia,
service.
The customer service.
Well, I was
joke.
thinking it's more. It's like when they use something to attack instead of missiles, they use bullet bills, and it's like it could have been missiles, but instead it's bullet bills.
I would say
which fits into Mario core.
From the pre-promotion from the movie, where we're getting all these cards, and we get
on the
daily
Nintendo
cards.
Today.
Spicy and I have been very
attentive
at collecting all the cards.
Yes,
I think there's only 6 left as of the time of recording. We've mostly gotten the same ones.
But anyways,
from that, you get a lot more context into certain things. Like
a little
the name drop stuff. When they show off Junior's form, they specifically call it Wonder Junior. Or, like, they talk about Junior's paintbrush and, like, where it came from. And they talk about, like, where Mauser and them came from.
Well, so you also scroll down and it'll be like, this character is from this game when you were 1 year old.
And they give you a little blurb about what they do in the movie. And it's like, when you think about it from that, it's like, the movie really doesn't explain everything, which I appreciate, because then it would be so exposition-y.
Yeah,
if
then
they
we're just sitting around and
everything.
talking. It's true. I didn't feel like anything was too much like fish out of water. You have to sit down and explain it all.
I don't get this.
Is that what animes do?
You know, they go to the galaxy and there's a bunch of different alien-like creatures. Even if you don't know what all the creatures are, you're like, well, it fits the alien aesthetic.
And then
even if you don't know what all the ships are in the shipyard, they look like ships in a galaxy. They're
spaceships. Or it's like we go to Gateway Galaxy and it's like, who are these creatures? Well, we don't know who Piantas and the Woodwork folks are, but you know, they're all different from what we've seen. It's different cultures meshing. Yeah, that's how I feel. It's like there are those little bonus treats there.
I don't think they ever name dropped Kamek's name.
Ever?
I can't remember a time where Bowser yelled for Kamek.
I think Junior might have said it.
I don't even know.
I don't know. Either way.
He's
in the credits as such.
Well, yes. I suppose that's where a lot of people get stuff. Like when Lumalee shows up. Like, they never say Lumalee's name. But, like, if you know what they looks like in the game, you'd know that's Lumalee. And then in the credits, they credit them as Lumalee.
Yeah. So what were you about to say?
I was saying, you know how I hyperfixate on Kamek every single time he's on screen.
Oh, yeah. It was good Kamek opportunity.
Every time he showed up, I pointed, and you were like, oh, he is there.
And then there was the little bit where you had the EGAD mug. Oh, also spoilers. We're going to be talking spoilers for this podcast.
I think I've tried to avoid spoilers up until this point.
If you need a, should I see the movie or should I not, go with your gut. If you've got the opportunity,
if you're listening to this podcast, I'd say you should definitely go see the movie.
Of course, these people who have watched the Super Mario Brothers Super Show are looking at this movie and going, oh my god, this is spectacular. Characters stayed on model.
It's beautiful.
And the voices came out of the right mouths. We love it so much.
Do you want to start with our predictions from
Mario movie 1 to 2?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we've been talking about, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. We talked about a few.
Mama Luigi.
The ones that didn't happen.
Okay. No Mama Luigi. What else?
So we didn't get any Koopalings, which, I figured. It's a lot.
Already, this movie is so packed with characters.
This movie is so packed with characters. If the Koopalings were there, I would have vibrated off of my chair. I already was squealing when Kamek showed up.
God stood up and did the Mario.
I would have stood up and did that Mario.
And then what else?
They did not have Wario or Waluigi, which...
Again, movie 3. My lock of the week. Movie 3 is going to have
and
Wario
they did not
and
have
Waluigi.
An animated short, which, I guess that's their pierogi. They just wanted to jump straight into the movie.
Honestly, I don't think Illumination does shorts. It's not really in their mojo.
I guess not.
I can't think
They
of...
have their Minion shorts.
But those were
True, those are on their own, though.
Those were their own interstitial shorts, I believe.
I guess it's more so the Disney Pixar thing to have shorts.
Well, it's because there's the Prestige, and then you go for the Oscar, and then you win it, and you're like, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, my Oscar. Although Disney hasn't been winning those Oscars
even though they've lost it 4 weeks in a row.
4 weeks in a row.
4 years in a row, although really it's Pixar that wins it, but Disney Pixar.
Well, none of them are winning anything.
Nobody is winning except
Nobody
for
is winning,
Sony, who is winning with K-pop Demon Hunters. It's just taken over everything. The McDonald's meal. Oh my gosh. The second coming of the Szechuan sauce is here. But anyways.
Do you want to go in order of characters or in order of plot?
Let's talk plot. So,
okay.
Overall, I don't know. I've heard complaint about plot. I've heard complaint about many things, but...
Yeah, people just like to...
Generally, I thought this was... I don't know. I feel like it was a pretty simple plot. I guess I don't look to Mario for complicated plots. I feel like
the
really...
Wi-Fi router, bunny.
Plots are excuses just for things to happen. We need to go on an adventure, but what's going to cause this to happen?
Yeah. Before I watched the movie, I was a little confused about how the story was going to progress, but then once you see, the way it builds up on each other, it's it makes sense.
I will say the only thing that I feel is
I was like, how's this gonna go with this? And it's
little divided about is that there's 2 plots happening simultaneously, and you get so invested into one that it's oh yeah, I forgot these people were also doing their thing.
No, I wanted to see what was happening.
Yeah, it's
I guess I'm used to stuff like Phineas and Ferb where A plot, B plot happens all the time. So.
Well, it does, but I feel like there it's a little more balanced. I feel like here it's I'm getting so into it, and then they'll flip away, and it's no!
There were certain times I forgot about stuff where I was just wait, what happened to that guy? And it's oh wait, that did eventually feed into the plot, but
Again, there's so much. I will say this movie kept me fully enraptured the whole way through. It's a rarity.
So it decided to start with Rosalina, which I feel like was a good place to start.
It's just set up. Then comes one of the big complaints of the movie, which is that Rosalina did not do too much. Which is understandable because she was a bit of the maiden. I've heard it said.
Well, I think she's very powerful.
So it's hard to put her... If she were here, she would just kind of resolve things.
She would have kicked Junior's butt in 5 seconds.
Yeah, but she needed to get caught off guard and captured and other stuff. So I understand that that's the critique. I think...
And we did get our cool Rosalina fighting Smash Bros moment at the beginning.
Right at the start.
Where we had Megaleg, who is the only boss from Galaxy to actually show up.
Not as a little cameo.
I mean, not as a cameo, actually physically there.
Yeah, and it's more implied to be Something Junior built. Which is true. I think that's how it goes.
There are a couple of the Galaxy bosses that are Junior built this thing, like Bowser Jr.'s Fiery Flotilla, or the... What's its name? Mega Bonk in 2. It's the one with the big nipples.
Oh, dear.
You gotta shoot the nipples.
I see.
You'll put up a picture here.
I sure will. So anyways.
I only remembered that because I've been listening to the Galaxy 1 and 2 soundtracks on Nintendo Music just to try to, like, see if I can recognize a lot of the songs that show up in the movie, because one thing that they did take to heart between movie 1 and 2...
I'd say the big critique that they listened to
was that everyone wanted more Mario music and less licensed music.
Which I think the movie handled very well.
Brian Taylor said, all right, I'm gonna do it, and he went for it.
I really love
It's so great.
the two situations that they used a licensed song I felt were appropriate. One was when Yoshi was in New York, which, like, he's getting immersed.
We're in the real world.
The real world, real music. And then there was the Peach's party, which is like, I think Peach would want real world music at her Toad party. Something to, like, I think she's very interested in humans and the
culture,
real world, so she would be all about that. And that was the two places with licensed songs besides, Nintendo music. And so that was a really good move for them to use.
So with Rosalina, we get her Comet Observatory, we get Megaleg, we get the introduction of Junior... Kamek, my boy.
That was
Oh man. Every time Kamek showed up, I was so happy.
Yay!
Sire, we must hold it together.
In our time of grieving!
I'm so proud of you, my grandson.
Get off of me!
Come on, Peepaw, I'm trying to conquer the world. I love the way they handled Junior in this movie.
You want to talk about Junior or finish up Rosalina?
I guess we can finish
Either
up
way,
Rosalina because she's about to exit the plot.
Oh! I guess the thing about Rosalina is she's very much like a backdrop wallflower character. It's kind of in her nature to be like introverted, not really socialize, unless she is forced to socialize. And I think people are looking for a lot more detail on her, because when we first heard of her, we got a lot of detail, but then people are like, looking for more scraps. And she's like, but I already gave you a pie. I'm not giving you my scraps.
If you want Rosalina's storybook, then you play Galaxy.
Well, I guess that's the thing, is that all we have is Galaxy. All we have is her intro game. It's not like Luigi.
Like, she'll appear sometimes as a guest, but she hasn't really featured in any game since Galaxy. And I guess that's why people are kind of upset that she didn't play a bigger role, because after this, she probably won't play a bigger role in anything. She'll probably get referenced once or twice, or be like, I have to go back to protect the cosmos.
Is this a thing? Is that she's a full-time job?
Yeah, she's got a bazillion kids.
And 1 billion children. I think people
They were very cute.
We're looking for also more character interaction between her and other characters, which we did get some good character interaction between her and Peach, but that was it.
Yeah.
That's the rub. I understand the critique, but also, like, I guess my Rosalina expectations were not high.
I don't know, she was there, she was pretty, and I loved her.
She had a silk gown.
I loved
the gown.
Oh, it's
very
just so
good.
Great.
All right, so
the way
then
they did her wand.
Junior. This Junior, I've seen a lot of people say that this is their favorite interpretation of Junior. And I have two big reasons that I think this is true. One is the age range. He went from, like, a 6-year-old first grader to...
I'd say he went from like 6 to 8 to more like 9 to 11.
5th grade is what we decided upon. Where he still loves his dad, but also he's gaining some, like, proper skill. He's not a child,
baby babu.
but he is still a kid. And also, number 2, there was no pretense of Mama Peach.
Yeah.
There was none of that.
So a lot of the time, Junior gets stuck in like that. I want to kidnap my Mama Peach. That
blah, 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 blah.
blah blah blah. Oh, blah blah blah.
That's it. Thank you.
How are you,
Mama Peach.
Mama Peach?
So there we go. So that's what he gets stuck in. And
he also gets stuck as just like Bowser number 2.
Smaller Bowser. Which
He's Bowser,
he is
but
Bowser
small.
number 2. But in this one, I think it worked really good. Because it was like Bowser forgot he had to leave behind who he was.
Forgot is harsh.
Sorry. Bowser had to conform to what everyone expected of something. And then Junior was there to be like, this is what you taught me, Dad. This is what our happiness is. And then Bowser's like, you're right.
I was glad that Junior and Bowser have a good relationship.
And they had a great relationship.
It's kind of to be expected because that's kind of how Nintendo interprets them. Like, whenever they need a parent-child thing, it's always Bowser and Junior. So
The parental controls.
I did see someone saying it would be interesting to see an angle where Bowser isn't a good dad to Junior.
Well, I think that's just abusive and sad. That's in my manhwas.
We want to see that soft side of Bowser, and that's what Junior can bring
I think
out.
that is exactly it. Is that Bowser is
Junior and Luigi.
he's aggressive, he's powerful, but then he does have things he cares about besides power. It's like Ganon, but if Ganon actually had a redeemable quality. Hey. Anyways, point is that we really liked this Junior, and also that I don't know. He didn't say the things. It was just more implied. Like he likes tinkering and he likes painting. We
likes
see
video
that.
games.
We see that in what he does, but he doesn't ever have a line that's like, "I love video games.
I'm a gamer.
Yeah. It's like we can see it through the scenery and through his actions. And also, oh my gosh, that flashback scene with baby Bowser Jr.
Baby Babu Bowser Jr. That was so cute.
And the
God.
and the Bowser that was making all these props and stuff for him, and it's like this is such a
like,
single dad energy that's so like I want to provide the best for my son.
I don't know. It's true, though. I really did like it. That Bowser was starting to feel insecure about his abilities as a dad, and then Junior comes in and goes, "No, Dad, I love you. You're my role model."
Yeah, that, and also that it's like, I sent him away to boarding school. I'm worried that he thinks I don't love him because of that.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, it was really sweet. I will say, like, they could have done a little tiny bit more where it could have been, like, Junior was acting out, and Bowser would be torn between whether or not he wants to support him or whether or not he needs to be a good dad and be like, "Now, Junior, you can't do this." Like, sticking up for his friends a little more, but, you know.
His
A
maybe
lot of
friends.
people say that Bowser has reverse character growth in this movie, whereas he got a lot softer thanks to Luigi.
So one
Thanks
thing
to
we
his
didn't
book
talk
club.
about in our last Mario movie recap is we promised we were going to talk about the Baluigi, and we didn't, and I do
didn't?
apologize.
Oh.
So one thing about Baluigi in movie 1, everybody was expecting it with that trailer shot. We all know the one, the money shot. However, it was toxic. It was abusive. He threw Luigi to the floor. He didn't respect him at all. Nothing. It was bad. In this movie, we have not the Baluigi that we wanted, but the one that we needed.
Yes.
The domestic stuff.
They joined a book club together.
He created a book club for Bowser.
There's so many cute little moments of just like Bowser going, "Hey, Luigi!"
That he gets along with Luigi just a lot
Like
better.
he's whispering in Luigi's ear, like he tells Luigi to take care of Mario for him, and it's just like, oh, my heart.
That he does, in fact, still hate Mario.
That drawing at the end with Bowser and the women all over him,
And
Kamek, and also Luigi.
Luigi has been added to the waifu,
The harem.
The harem, yes. It's very good.
Great.
I just think it's that he was always Bowser's little cheerleader, and, Bowser really liked that. Luigi was also probably the one to, like, decorate the castle for him, to switch him from a cage to a little castle.
Well, he's more willing to give Bowser the benefit of the doubt, because even if Bowser kidnapped him, he's like, "I know he can change, Mario."
That's the thing, is that Luigi's...
And Bowser's like, "Yeah, I can change. Look at these changed eyes. Blink, blink, blink."
And then, his
his
anger
temper flares up, because, he's still Bowser.
It's who he is. I feel like if we did totally, like, soften Bowser, then it's not Bowser anymore. We don't want to defang him.
Yeah.
It's like a cat.
Declaw Bowser.
You don't declaw the cat, you just teach it good manners. But sometimes it needs to, go crazy. Crazy hamburger.
We did get plenty of crazy Bowser moments. It was
I did love when he got super stuck in the wall.
He gets stuck in the door
And he blows fire not once, but twice. In such anger.
Oh man, there's so many little details to this movie that we could spend forever being like, "Oh, did you see the grill on Bowser's deck?" And it's like, but we don't have time for that.
Honestly, this movie was so packed with details that it's almost to the point of like,
We gotta wait till it comes out on
It's
DVD
too
so
much.
we can go frame by frame.
like, you need to go frame by frame and be like, hang on, was this that thing? I feel the background artists, the setting people, they were just having a
field
day, which I think is why people say it's so
Hey.
overwhelming. Is
in
because
Junior's room, there's just so many little plushies, little references. There's like the Boo Nightlight. There's the King Caliente plushie.
There's the jump ball from Yoshi's Island.
like so many
What?
weird things. It's just like, oh hey.
I think maybe that's what people mean by overwhelming. Like they see that and they're like, wait, was that thing? But then the movie's already moving along because that was set dressing and not the point. And it's like, wait, but and then you get lost.
And it's like we've already gabbed for 30 minutes and like we're barely past the first scene of the movie.
Well, I don't know that we're gonna go scene by scene.
That's fine.
It's just generally they go on a space adventure.
Yeah.
So
it's
what
that
are the
the A part
characters?
is that Junior steals Rosalina to power his super weapon and save his dad.
The machine that
The
his
boomstick
dad
weapon.
told him as a bedtime story. I did think though when he was like, "Remember, Dad, when you told me all about that story?" Well, I made it real.
I made it scale by scale
I thought
in real life.
Bowser would have been like, so that was a
Son,
story.
that was a story.
but you know,
I did. He was very supportive of Junior. He was very proud
I
of
think he
everything
didn't want to
did.
shoot down Junior and be like, "That's not what I meant, Junior." He's like, "My son is so creative. He
I
made
think he
all
was just
of this
so impressed
for
that Junior.
me."
Yeah, he took his own initiative to do all this stuff.
All this
just
love for
him.
his dad. Yeah, and that's why he loved it so
They
much.
built a Walt Disney statue.
He built it's just
like Mount Rushmore, but with Bowser and Junior.
all the goodies.
Oh, that's great.
So let's continue with characters. So
Okay.
there's their other new character, Yoshi. So we thought that would be like a grown-up Yoshi, but no, Yoshi comes out and Yoshi's like fully grown.
Fully grown. So
Yeah.
the plumbers, Mario and Luigi, they get called out to Toast Arena of all places, which, it was like scale to scale for Odyssey, which I guess
Surely.
that's how it is for 3D Mario games. It's like, it's just the world.
Well, I don't think they like imported the world. It was just
Yeah,
this
they
is
didn't
a
have
good,
to like
this is a
reimagine
good
it.
shape.
It's like, oh
you
yeah,
know?
we could just do that. But the Toasterians were very cute. I liked them.
Yes, their color scheme is great.
Yeah, so they get called to the pier. Is it the pyramid from?
It's the inverted pyramid,
Yeah.
yes. They find Yoshi.
They find Yoshi.
And then what a really funny bit was that they're like, so what happened to Yoshi? And it's that end stinger from the first movie. Immediately afterwards, Yoshi hatches and is exploring New York City.
It's so great.
I
He
loved
collects
it
all these random things.
so much that Yoshi is collecting little items.
He's just having a good old time.
And that nobody's like freaking out over him because already there was the whole ending climax of movie 1. So it's
that was our one Donkey Kong reference for the
Yes.
movie. The Lumas occasionally referenced Donkey Kong and Mario's fight from the
Yes.
original because they really liked it.
It was the big
Otherwise, Donkey
scene.
Kong only shows up in that scene.
There's no vocal lines for Donkey Kong. Seth Rogen, he was too busy. He wasn't needed for this movie. Point is,
There was enough in this movie
is that
without Donkey
it was
Kong.
really funny watching Yoshi like collect a hat, and then he gets a backpack,
And then he puts like stickers on his shell. It's so cute.
and then he destroys a fossil, and then the cops are after him. The fuzz.
And then it comes back to Yoshi and them, and they're like, well, I guess we'll just never know.
It's like, wait, that wasn't supposed to be like him telling Mario and Luigi
I
that?
love
Okay.
I guess we gotta talk about Luigi now, because
Yes.
I guess my one thing is that I wanted more Luigi in this movie, and they absolutely served with more Luigi.
They said, you want Luigi?
they ate and left no crumbs.
We given you so much Luigi, and I liked how he wasn't, because I feel like sometimes he's a complete butt of the joke, but it's like he was the slapstick, a little bit of a clown, but not like, haha, Luigi's miserable and we're happy.
It's an
because of
interesting
that.
interpretation where Luigi tends to like get in his own head. Sometimes it could be like he's confident about it, but like clearly it's kind of cringe, and you're like, oh my god, Luigi.
Luigi, why can't you read this social situation? Come on.
But then also sometimes he gets in his own head, like he's scared. Like if he's not in Mario's direct line of sight, he's like, oh Jesus, I'm kind of scared.
I'm by myself in this weird world, and then things could kill
I looked
me.
into the pipe and the devil looked back.
Is that all his little like body
There's-
language, his mannerisms,
His little tippy toes.
oh, that he'd like jump up and down sometimes, like in a panic. It was so good.
So when he's making fun of
Mario's
Peach and Mario.
their romance. Which, first of all, I don't mind it much in this movie because I feel like in first movie it was they became friends 1st. I like that when they first become friends,
and then you
we
start to
can
get an
develop.
inkling that Mario kind of has feelings for her, and then Luigi as the brother is like, oh,
You know, teasing him about
and
it.
then they do the amore joke.
they sing the song about pizza pies, and his
That's
dance was hilarious.
that's a Yoshi.
And then Yoshi gets in on it too. So the other thing is Yoshi's relationship with the other characters is that he's not a dog. He's like a buddy.
Yoshi doesn't really do anything like necessary for the plot, but I was always happy to have him in the scene. Like, it was fun to just watch him doing stuff.
And also, I'm glad that he was there for Luigi. Otherwise, Luigi might have felt like a bit of a third wheel.
Yeah.
He was a good buddy for Luigi.
Yeah.
And then what else? What about Mario? I feel like Mario I feel like he didn't change too much.
Mario's just Mario.
And Mario went through his development in the first movie, so I think this one was just more like he experienced the adventure and things happen. You know what? The big development was that he did befriend Bowser just a tiny bit, but then it all turned around.
I do appreciate it, how when they tell Bowser about Junior, he's not immediately like, "Oh, your son's the worst." He's like, well, "He tried to kill me. I guess he could use some guidance or something."
You're not a complete lost cause.
Clearly, they know that Junior's a kid, so like he clearly just needs some adult supervision.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Well, if we have rehabilitated Bowser, then yeah, he could
reunite with him." And then Bowser really loves that. And then one thing we're talking about with Bowser is when is Bowser telling the truth and when is he phoning it in?
It's hard to tell.
I think that's the thing.
There were a lot of times in the movie where I felt like he was just putting on a show to get Mario to do what he wanted, but then also sometimes it comes off as really truthful.
I do think when he was scheming with Luigi to turn him real, I do think Bowser was planning to get into Mario's head and get him to beat him up, because Mario wouldn't say yes. He would never say yes, so just get him so mad that he does it anyways. But then there's some times where it's like he's talking about his kid, and he's like, yeah, I don't think I've really been there for my child. That I feel like that came from the heart. And also Bowser did feel conflicted when Junior was like, I'm gonna kill them all.
He's like, maybe we shouldn't, like, immediately resort to murder.
And he's like, murder!
And Junior's like, oh, no murder? Oh, okay, I can do no murder.
I'll turn them into babies, and then they're gonna crash on a planet.
If that's what you want, Dad, I won't do murder. Okay.
Yeah, that he does still have some parental power over Junior. Like, it's not that Junior's like, I'm doing this all in the name of love, and then
Bowser's like, oh, maybe you should. He's like, whatever, Dad, I do my own thing.
No, he does still...
That's why I think he's not teenage level yet, because there would be a lot more like,
he's
whatever,
obedient.
Dad, I'll do what I want.
Yeah, he's very obedient. Anyways, we have Peach in this movie, which I did like how Peach...
There was a lot of focus on Peach.
Liked how her introduction started, which is that everyone's throwing a party, and she's like, I hate this party because it's not my real birthday.
I guess everyone
it's just a
assumed
pretend
it would be
birthday.
The Star Festival, but it was Peach's birthday instead.
Yeah.
Which, there were so many cute little things at Peach's birthday.
Yeah. Or, like, she's talking about, like, what's expected of her and what she's feeling.
She's like, I can't be frustrated because I'm a princess.
Princesses don't get mad and stomp rocks.
I do really appreciate the relationship they're going with Peach and Mario, where it's not like, I don't know.
It's not total romance.
Sappy romance, blah, blah.
They're friends first.
And it's like, he comes down to, like, meet her halfway. He can tell she's frustrated, but she doesn't want to admit it. So he's like, well, how about I be frustrated with you?
How about I be not frustrated?
I'll be not frustrated with you. And she really appreciates that. And I think that's the kind of stuff that she likes about Mario.
She's not talking down to him.
Like, she, like, affectionately calls him Mustache.
Oh, yeah, then she wrote the letter.
Oh, my God. It was so funny when they meet up again at the Gateway Galaxy and he goes for the handshake.
And she wants the hug, and it's like, oh.
Everybody's just like, just thought it'd be cool.
And he's like, I thought I would work out, just, something. Okay, so then the other thing with Peach and Rosalina. Big plot twist. Turns out they're
sisters.
They're sisters. And also that Peach doesn't have a parent. That,
they're made of stardust.
They're cosmic beings.
Okay.
Sure. Whatever.
Yeah, why not?
I think Peach is, how are you that magically pretty from the start? You aren't. You were made from
tall.
You were made from stardust. I don't know if I've even seen critique about it, but I've seen some people be like, but then this messes
ship
with...
is ruined.
Well, it messes with the canonicity. And it's like, first of all, canonicity... Mario
game.
It's whatever you want.
It's like if you want it to be canon, then Bowser should have showed up in this movie 50 times his size and won in cake.
Yeah,
that's the plot of Galaxy 2.
I thought he grew himself larger in Galaxy.
Yeah, it's that he gets the super power star and he kidnaps Peach and he's like, she's gonna bake me a big old cake, and I'm like, oh my God.
Bowser, you have no other plans. But no, I liked that, for one, it also gave Rosalina an inbuilt relationship, because as they say in the movie, nothing's stronger than family. And it's like Rosalina, who's so closed off, does have a connection to the people.
saying that was an ongoing thing with the movie, is the idea of family, like different kinds of family. Like a family could be two plumbers Bowser's and a Yoshi.
2 brothers and their buddy / pet.
Yoshi.
I'm glad they didn't do pet jokes with Yoshi, like litter boxes or whatever.
He's just cute.
And then we have, father and son, mother and children. Yeah.
Sisters.
And sisters. That we have all types of family, and also that they show their love in different ways. Some by building planets, others by, doing little swaggy moves, which also, so then there's a part where Peach leaves and Mario and Luigi take over. And then,
oh my god,
it was just like the episode Rainstorm from Adventures
they
of Super
actually
Mario Bros.
handled
3.
it pretty well compared to in Rainstorm when they were just flooded by boodiddlies.
We're announcing a new dam.
A new dam.
Luigi, this is my presentation. I also love the little montage where it's like we got power-ups, we got all these different things.
This movie was a lot more, like, since we introduced power-ups in the first movie, we could have a lot more variation with them in this one.
We've already explained what they are.
We can have frog suits, we can have ice flowers, we can have
Cloud suit.
We can have the drill from Mario Wonder, we can have the penguin suit
Yeah.
from New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
We can use the fire flower again, because we didn't.
Well, it was mostly Mario and Luigi using it, because I think it was Peach and Donkey Kong that used it in the first one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there you go. Different stuff. Yes. Very good. Continuing on with
we do go to a couple different galaxies. They could have picked a few more.
I think, honestly, the movie was so jam-packed.
There was so much that it's like,
I don't know that they could have
see a
squeezed
planet
more
and go,
in.
oh, maybe that's the Bayou Bay Galaxy. Is it Slip and Slide Galaxy? I can't remember.
That's the
what they're
beach
called.
one.
Like, maybe that's a beach galaxy.
Maybe
the
that's a
ones
water
we
one.
specifically got is that they name dropped that Bowser Jr. built his planet Bowser in Space Junk Galaxy, which is where the Pikmin reference was in the original game.
Yes, Hokate.
Yeah. And then we have the Gateway Galaxy, which in the game it barely does anything, but in the movie it's like the hub for all interplanetary explorers. They go to Honey Hive. So Mario and Luigi and Bowser and Yoshi and blah blah blah, they all go to Honey Hive for a little bit. Honestly, they really didn't do that much there. It was mostly just to get Bowser back to normal size.
Yeah. And to separate them.
And to separate them.
And then the other one was Cascade Kingdom. But that being a planet was like a little more...
Yeah.
I don't know.
There wasn't really anything to like indicate specifically one-on-one that it was Cascade Kingdom.
It's the dinosaur. That's the thing.
There was the dinosaur, and there was maybe that bone bridge. I think that was in Odyssey, but honestly, I haven't played Odyssey in so long.
Point is, I think there were so many settings already. I don't know that they should have done more. One, it takes a lot of resources also.
So I'd say our majority of galaxy references came in Gateway Galaxy. In the above ground of Gateway Galaxy.
Yes, because the below ground was Mario 2 Central.
I guess it's interesting. They figured since it was the sequel, they might as well just do Mario 2.
Let's have so many Mario 2 references, things that we haven't seen in ages. So the underground area was all Mario 2.
I will say, while it wasn't the focus, there were a lot of like cheeky nods to Mario 2, Mario 3, Mario World.
Again, background elements, like in the underground city. You see like, the potions on the wall.
In those games, there's not enough oomph to like make it its own movie, so it can be shoved in.
Because it was in the era of like, I don't know, the stories in the manual or something, whatever.
Like, if we're not going to put the Koopalings in.
But this is our first appearance of Mauser in animated form since the Super Show.
Mauser and Wart.
Wart. Wart never got in animated.
Wart was never in the animated show.
He was kind of meant to be it, but then it was Koopa. It's complicated.
I'd say we were holding on to hopes that maybe it would be John Stalker's Mauser, but
he was not in the additional voices.
No. Instead, Mauser just didn't talk, which is fine, so we can still headcanon him as German Mauser or Koopa. I love it.
And
so
also,
much.
Birdo was there. And while I am a little sad that we didn't get much Birdo on her own, I do like how she and Mauser were on equal standing because they were both bosses in Mario 2.
Yeah, both reoccurring bosses in Mario 2.
Yes. So
yeah.
They are of equal standing in relation to Wart in Mario 2. And also that the Mario 2 area was just full of Mario 2 enemies. Because there there are so many of them. Shy Guys,
Well,
Sniffits.
there were a couple extra ones. Like, there were some Charger
Ninjas.
Chucks in the background.
Sure,
too.
those were like...
And there were also some Galaxy enemies.
Skeevy
Like,
individuals.
they're not Goombas, but those
Octopi.
octopi things, and then the Goomba with the hat.
Galoomba?
Not a Galoomba, but it has like a space hat, and you have to like knock it over first before you can hit it.
Not the sexy Goomba.
Sexy Goomba.
That was a Mario repainted. Anyways, point is, it was full of things, and also, as Peach reminded me, it was really the only place to really play with the
3D element of Galaxy.
Yes.
Which is like the gravity physics.
Which on one hand, I'm glad they didn't go too crazy with that, because motion sickness, no good.
We watched it in 3D, and it's like, I think I would have gotten sick if I was watching it in 3D and they spun around.
And they barrel rolling everywhere. No. And also, I liked that it was an enclosed little space, so it was more like you feel trapped, but with things are not coming from the floor, but also from the walls.
I
and
was
the
disappointed
ceiling.
that King Boo was not in the middle of the roulette table. Excuse me.
And that he did not use his tongue
And
to...
he wasn't drunk.
we didn't throw spicy peppers at him.
We did eat an exorbitant amount of fruit in that scene.
Do you
Wart
think that was
eating.
a little...
Okay, I did love the way they interpreted Wart. That was great. The way he blew bubbles every time he talked.
And
I'm
that
like, this
he
is
had
so
a little
creative.
bit of a bubbly tone to him.
Like, this is probably going to be Wart's biggest hurrah in his entire life.
Because what did we have before this?
What else is he going to be? He was in Link's Awakening.
We had Doki Doki Panic.
And Doki Doki
We had
Panic.
Link's Awakening, and
That's
we had
it.
the Game Boy remakes of Mario 2. And
Like-
that was it. It was such a pull.
We've never had Wart before. We're probably never going to have Wart again. And it was a nice interpretation of him.
And also that he's not Bowser level, he is but a hench. But even that henchman has henches.
He's just a sleazy casino mob boss.
He's on his own.
And, like, he'll tattle to Junior about stuff, but, like, that's about it.
He doesn't want to go out of his way to do stuff. He's
know.
not particularly
Suffice to say, I thought it was a fun little thing, and it got Peach to know where Rosalina was and everything.
And it was a little action scene for Peach and Toad.
So then our next little reference is we get Rob.
Rob! Okay, so when I heard that Rob was gonna be in the movie, I did hear that. And I was like, I really hope that they do a joke about how the Rob toy moves incredibly slow, that when he tries to pick something up, he has to go in for the clothes, and then he tries to pick it up, and then he spills
drops
it, and then he has to, like, part his hands,
go back down, put it back in.
And I did in fact get my Rob joke, which was that they ask him to like point at something and he turns so slow. And it's like, it's true to the Rob toy.
It's just a classic joke. Like, they did it in Zootopia. Like, it's just the classic, like, you're in a hurry and the guy's moving so slow.
And the desk is taking forever.
I'm trying to play Gyromite and Rob is just like...
And you're like, Rob, I need you to do this, Rob, I'm gonna get crushed! And it's like, he won't open the door in time. You need to have an automatic button.
He's just classic.
So
It was a sweet little reference.
So then we also, in Gateway Galaxy, would get to oodles of Nintendo.
Oodles of references.
So many.
Rob was just the little tip of the iceberg. Because then we go to the spaceport and there's just everything.
Blue Falcons. Green Star.
Is that what it's called?
Her spaceship?
Her spaceship?
Maybe.
No, I thought that was the name of the planet.
It probably is. I don't know Metroid.
Me neither. Sorry. We did recognize that it was Samus's
The glorious dolphin, which did in fact have the Sagittarius and Leo gems on it, but I didn't see a lot of the other
it was just
attachments.
Full of Pikmin. Olimar wasn't there.
I guess the thing about a lot of these references is it's like
It was a cute little joke.
They're very surface level.
It was a cute little joke. It's like, haha, this spaceship is here, but it's actually really tiny.
Yeah. It's a port of all shapes and sizes. But as a Pikmin connoisseur, one would know that Olimar would be in that ship, not the Pikmin.
Also, it seemed kind of empty from what we saw, but,
I mean, we don't know what the inside of the dolphin really looks like, because he gets tractor beamed up.
I guess
into
the
it.
only thing we've seen is from the Pikmin short with the night juicer.
Assumedly. But that could be the Hawkatate ship. Who knows?
Oh, that's true.
Anyways, this is all complicated stuff. But then again, this is super detailed nitpicks. Like, this isn't detracting from our enjoyment of the film. It's just
then we get
as a
to
full person.
The number one reference in the film that was very kindly kept secret until Nintendo could not keep their dang mouths shut one day before the frickin' film came out. Thanks, Nintendo. You spoiled it on your own website.
I got spoiled by Reddit being like, so isn't it weird when like a tiny fandom suddenly gets a resurgence? So Fox is showing up in the movie, and I'm like, crap. So yeah.
But I kind of get why they did it, because he's actually really important to the movie, and very well done.
Well, I think it's that there's a lot of space.
With all the space imagery, you need someone to be able to take you through space.
A pilot. So
And it's like, who are you gonna get?
Are we gonna
Lubba
make
with the spaceship Mario?
Are we gonna take? Look, Mario, I made a spaceship.
Do you really want Lubba in the movie? Nobody wants Lubba, okay?
Nobody likes Lubba.
Nobody likes Lubba.
It's just wow.
He's just Rosalina's replacement in the second movie.
Dang.
He looks like Patrick Star.
I meant his personality. Is it like Big Man? I don't know.
I guess. He really doesn't do that much.
He doesn't have a
He
personality.
cracks a few jokes. I think he doesn't like bees.
Okay.
Like, you get the bee mushroom, or it's either the bee mushroom or the boo mushroom, and he's like, can you keep that away from me?
I'm allergic. Can you
I'm
not?
allergic to bees.
Can you stop?
It's like something like that.
I do feel like, though, we need some sort of space pilot, and then they're like, oh, well,
Star Fox.
we have this entire property. Let's just use it. Okay. But so then they go into it and they have this cool 2D animated sequence.
I love how it was 80s themed, but instead of like picking some 80s song, they just did a cool rendition of the Star Fox theme, which was great.
Yeah.
Oh no, Yappy Dog time.
Yip yappy dogs.
Bunny will be looking at the Yappy Dog.
Oh. But again, this is something that's like the Fox that we got, and then also that he's like, I'm a cool space pilot, and I love
Look at
my
my
ship.
shoes.
And look at my ship, and I can do barrel rolls. And it's like, as something of a Star Fox, I wouldn't say an amateur,
Connoisseur.
an intermediate. I'm an intermediate Star Fox fan.
I know nothing about Star Fox.
And I can tell you that Fox's personality is a lot more militant, following orders, doing what's right, stuff like that.
I guess in this context, he'd been by himself for a while.
He let loose.
Maybe he was kind of embodying his crewmates because he was lonely.
Could be. But then he also, like, blames Slippy for something, and it's
They
like...
throw a diss at Slippy, and it's like, excuse me, Fox loves Slippy.
That is surface level stuff right
this
there.
is Slippy Toad slander.
A true Star Fox OG knows that Slippy is well valued in his team, and that he is a great contribution. And honestly, all of the teammates are useless in 64. It's not just Slippy. They all are, like, stupid, and they get in the way,
Honestly,
and they
Falco's
get shot.
annoying because he tends to take stupid risks and get himself killed. And he
directly
flies right in front of you and then yells at you for shooting at him, Einstein, and you're like, you just drove in my way!
Exactly. It's a matter of the UI.
And Peppy's just old.
And he's, whatever.
Oh well.
He's the
There
veteran.
As
Point
far
is-
as we know, there were no Star Fox jokes.
And also,
or
Fox...
Star Wolf references.
This is unfortunate. We can't have Fox without Wolf, it just ain't right.
Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
But the imagery was very good. And also Fox himself, I'm no furry, but I'm sure the furries are mighty pleased
The
with
furries
this
are
movie.
eating good today.
And also when Mario encountered him and it was like, uh-oh, is there gonna be a rivalry? And it's like, no. Mario had a mini bisexual awakening.
Whoa. I do love this.
It was a lot of fun.
I say, in terms of the shipping stocks,
Oh yeah, Luigi stocks are rising.
are soaring as usual.
Well, they got, but the
Mario
movie did not
Peach
store
is
them.
going rather
Well, it's staying steady.
staying pretty steady. There's a surprising uptick of Mario and Fox.
I think again, that's
I would say there's
like anthro characters.
There's less Mario Bowser now, or not Mario Bowser.
Despite Bowser giving Mario
Sorry.
a big smoocher on the cheek.
Big smoocheroo. I suppose there could be some Bowsario. I meant Donkey Kong. There's no Mario.
Well, that's
Donkey
because
Kong.
we had no content.
Yeah, there's no content to fuel it. And sadly, the Peachalina stocks have absolutely plummeted into the ground.
However,
So I hope you sold high.
the Pauline Rosalina stocks are on a there's a small cult following.
Pauline with Daisy. And not Pauline with Daisy.
Rosalina.
Rosalina with Daisy.
However,
can't
I
say
believe that the
anybody's name.
Rosalina Daisy stocks will rise in the next movie, but that is okay. Honest to God, I think the next movie is gonna have Luigi have a crush on Daisy, but that's just my listen. My intuition is bad,
Well, Bowser
and
will be
this
jealous.
won't listen. It's not gonna be anything permanent, and Luigi can continue.
We gotta keep having our drippings of Luigi.
We
okay?
need our little crumbs.
Look, there's gotta be someone at Illumination knows what what's good.
Okay,
It keeps happening.
At this point, they most certainly know.
They most
I think it
certainly
was
know
like
about
an
it.
accident for Mario 1.
It was an accident for the first one, but if it happens twice, it's more than a coincidence.
I think they could hit a middle ground and be like, no, not romantic, but they could get along.
They're besties. And I'm
Not besties. They can get along. He out of everybody in the Mushroom Kingdom, he likes Luigi the most because Luigi is respectful of Bowser. Stuff like that. So then it turns out that Junior built a giant theme park for his dad, and he loved it oh so much. We're just kind of jumping around the movie. We do apologize.
I think at this part, Peach reunites with Mario.
Yeah.
In an awkward not hug handshake thing.
Oh, also, okay, one other thing. Sorry. The Honeybee Kingdom. We were there for such a small amount of time.
Yeah, it really wasn't that important.
For getting Issa Lee to voice
Is she famous?
Yes, I believe she's a singer.
Okay.
Or a famous actor. And his point is, they got her for like 5 lines, and that was kind of it. And it's like, take your paycheck, girl. I don't know.
Hey, we got Donald Glover, and all he said was Yoshi.
Hey, we got all types of Yoshis and screams.
It was cute. They did go the full spectrum of cute Yoshi noises.
Yeah.
Also, if we're not talking about Yoshi much, it's because he really doesn't do much. He just is kind of there, and we love him for it.
But we don't want him out of the movie. His inclusion in the movie was good, but he wasn't a star.
Okay. Except for, I suppose, this next scene, where it was a little more Yoshi
that's because we took out the main characters, Mario and Luigi.
We took them out.
Well, we turned them into babies.
Yeah.
And then we had a little bit of Yoshi's story, but only... Just more like the idea of Yoshi's story, not really the encapsulation of Yoshi games.
I don't know. They just wanted to capitalize on the Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Baby Toad.
Baby Toad! I think this is our first sighting of Baby Toad.
We've never had a Baby Toad.
Fascinating.
So we had this little short baby romp with the dinosaurs.
Yeah, and then they turn him back and Luigi's still crying. Okay,
that was the episode, 3 Plumbers and a Baby, where they turned...
2 plumbers and a baby.
Was that what that was called? Anyway, it was a Supershow episode where they turned Peach into a baby, and Mario.
But now this time, everyone else was a baby.
Now everyone else was baby. That's great.
Luigi's crying, and then afterwards he's like, I like being a baby.
I liked being a baby. It's like
all my anxieties went away. It's like poor Luigi.
Luigi was so great in this movie. I loved him.
His lines were very good. And then when he's trying to egg on Mario to talk about stuff, he's like, you go up to Peach and you say, blah, blah, blah.
Hi, how are you? And then, bam! You ask her out. And then, like, when they're fixing the ship and he's just noodling around, he's like, oh, hey, breaker, this is Green Dog, and... whoever, Red Boy, and
the Legal Beagle.
Which I'm like, were they referring to Yoshi or Fox's Legal Beagle? Because Fox looks over for a second, but he might have just been like, whatever, he's just playing with the radio.
Why is he using my tools? Whatever, he's not breaking it.
So they use the radio to summon
Lumas.
The Comet
Observatory.
The Comet Observatory and all the Lumas.
Yeah, who reminded me of the Jimmy Neutron movie where they were without parents and they're just playing all day, partying.
They're eating Star Bits like candy. It's so cute.
Yeah. And then they go on to approach the place, the theme park, which you thought had a lot of similarities to World Bowser of 3D World.
I really should play 3D World.
We do own it.
Yes, we do.
Well, Wii U.
We own the Wii U version.
Anyways.
So there were a lot of little things.
Oh, I did love the haunted house. Okay, the haunted house Boo ride reminded me of that
merry-go-round.
It reminded me
in 64
of Holiday World.
Oh,
do you know that ride that you sit inside and then it spins you and it's like haunted? That's exactly what it reminded me of. Like to the point of the Halloween theme and like that you spin around in it.
Personally, I think it was a reference to the Boo Carousel from 64.
Boo merry-go-round? Yes, yes. It could have been. And then also there's the roller coaster.
I will say, there were lots of references to Boos, but we didn't actually get any Boos in the movie.
Now, could they be saving Boos for Luigi's Mansion?
Or we're saving Boos as the big thing for the next movie. Because, so in the first movie, we got Peach
looking up in
the
sky.
fire flowers with Mario, saying there's a whole lot of galaxies and universes out there.
It's a big world out there.
It's a big world, something. And so they reused that stinger for Galaxy's trailer.
Yes. And then in this one, when we learn about Peach and Rosalina being adorable as little kids.
Very cute.
She was so cute. Little Rosalina.
Little teenage Rosalina.
Is that there's some sort of power that's after them.
And all we know about the power is that it's purple.
Now, what are purple things we know in our Mario World. And Tasma from Dream Team.
I suppose. Tatanga from Mario Land.
Waluigi. Shadow Queen from... I can't believe Waluigi was after them.
I mean, either they go completely left field and we get Dark Prognosticus craziness, which I highly doubt that.
If anything, I would be like Taranza.
But the big thing it makes me think of is King Boo's crown from Luigi's Mansion. Because it's
evil
purple.
power. Yeah.
Yeah, because he has more of a purple theming to him in the more recent Luigi's Mansion games.
Yeah.
Anyway.
White and purple are his colors of choice.
So I'm thinking maybe they could go in that direction. Maybe Luigi's Mansion's going to get its own movie. I thought for a second I saw King Boo's design in the background of the casino, but maybe that was just me.
Again, there's so many things taking our attention. It's hard to notice.
No actual Boos.
There
were plenty of other Mario enemies. We got Pokies.
Oh, there were Oodles.
We got ones that didn't show up. We got Thwomps. We got Bombs. We got
Monties. Ninjas.
We think they're Thwimps.
They could
the
be
little rolly
Wimps.
guys.
They could be Womps.
Yeah, put it in the thing.
You'll see it on the screen.
We should have looked it up before, but whatever.
Womp womp.
Wimps. Womps and thwomps and thwimps and wimps.
Wimbles and wimbles and boos. Back to the movie. So they each go on their own merry way. Mario and Peach try to storm the castle, but then they get stuck in Junior's Mario Maker.
Mario Maker hell.
Which I would have loved if there was some sort of I need my dad to help me beat this video game joke. Although maybe that was kind of there being like, I won't let this end for you, son.
It is great how they just pulled the Kaizo Mario with Mario Maker.
Weird tiny complaints. The sprites on the screen, Mario and Peach were in their 8-bit sprites. The terrain world was Mario World. And it was like, that's not the same. That's different.
Yeah, some of the sprites came off as like, okay, this feels like in Wreck-It Ralph when we were looking at the Fix-It Felix sprites. I'm like, it's clearly not just like they recolored Mario there, but you know.
Well, I feel like Fix-It Felix, though, did a good job staying consistent in its universe.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I
guess I mostly felt like Peach and Rosalina looked kind of weird, but you know.
No, that's later. That's the world sprites.
Yeah.
But that was the one where I actually was impressed by the Rosalina because it looked like the Peach sprite, which it was the one from World.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Maker, when they're running through the little side-scrolly areas. Yeah, and so then Junior tries to make a troll level. He's just spamming items.
I was like, he needs the troll block where you jump over the pit, but there's a block on top, and then you crash your head and fall into the pit.
The Kaizo block out of nowhere. That's what you need.
But yeah, they beat that with Breath of the Wild physics.
Yeah, heat rises.
Yes. Oh, I guess we never really mentioned the parasol. Is that Mario gifts Peach a parasol early in the movie?
A designer one from New York, and it's so cute. And he's like,
and she uses it throughout the whole movie. It's
to
great,
give my friend a nice gift.
That's a Yoshi.
Yeah. So then Bowser goes to finish the job, and of course, you know, on a bridge.
Yeah, we got our classic
with axes. But I liked how Bowser had the axes too. He's throwing them.
I think he did have the axes in some of the levels.
He has hammers.
Okay,
so it's the hammer sprite because you know limited sprite progression.
Yeah, we just stole the Hammer Brothers hammers, stuck them on Bowser.
But no, in this one, it's like it's an axe. He is a strong dude.
And yeah, they actually murdered Bowser.
They did in fact put him in the lava, and Junior saw his father die.
He's like, Dad.
They don't even like take the moment to be like, I'll teach you a lesson, Junior. They're just like, let's just get
well, no, they actually seem kind of distraught about it. They're like, oh my god, we just killed a man. Child's dad. He was the father.
But turns out that Bowser is fire immune, and we got dry Bowser, which your boyfriend did not like dry Bowser.
Yeah, who does like dry Bowser? Apparently someone, since he keeps appearing and stuff.
I'd say it's spin-offs do, because he's an easy heavyweight power character.
And I suppose it does make sense logistically from the movie, because we've seen since the first movie that if a Koopa gets set on fire, they will become a dry bones.
Yeah, and also it calls to new.
And we saw it
Mario Bros.
Earlier in the movie too, when the Koopas go into the lava roller coaster and they turn into dry bones. It makes sense with the continuity of the movie.
Yes, and it also follows Dry Bowser from New Super Mario Bros., where that was the final boss, is that you dump Bowser into the lava,
and then he
comes back as Dry Bowser, and you gotta deal with that. And also, I feel like this is like, you know, we already had Bowser OG as our final battle in the first one, so now we have Dry Bowser. It's like a different form of Bowser. This is not his final form. He will grow his skin back. It's gonna be fine.
I'll say, it's interesting how Junior decided to go from his Wonder form to a new Fury form.
I feel like it was a palette swap, but yeah.
Well, it was clearly Fury inspired because of the black scales and the fire mouth and everything.
Okay.
I
I don't know. So then Mario has to be dealing with them all on his own as Peach goes to save Rosalina. And so as she's saving Rosalina, she's like, Rosalina, like, do something. And Rosalina's evaporating. And it's like, ugh.
Come on, Rosalina, you gotta try harder. And I'm like, maybe she could have said something else.
Listen.
Like, you can do it. Come on. Like, not like, come on, you gotta at least try, Rosalina.
I don't know. I think it's just a
She's just
matter
like,
of,
well, I'm dying.
like, the situation.
Oh, we did get some cute power-ups between Mario and Luigi.
And Yoshi!
And Yoshi got his stupid...
Yoshi got his stupid balloon power-up.
I suppose a lot of the Yoshi power-ups are more like if we're getting around the level and less like fighting.
Exactly. That is exactly what Yoshi's power-ups are for.
Like
Yoshi's
P-Wing.
power-ups in... Do you remember in Yoshi's Island when you can morph him into like a helicopter and a weird little drill dozer and it's like, ooh.
That was adorable though. It was funny.
So, yeah, we got Cloud Luigi who looked
I love Cloud
adorable
Luigi.
with his little pants
His
and his
parachute
hat.
pants.
Yes, so cute. And then also Drill Mario. The drill suits are actually some of my favorite from World.
I haven't played Wonder a lot yet.
I said World. I meant Wonder. Yes.
So then we get our final
anyways.
cross-reference of the movie, which is the one that took everyone by surprise because pretty much every other reference was spoiled beforehand.
Well, yeah.
So we
it's-
get a little funny reference where Luigi gets a hold of Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush and he paints a Game & Watch.
Which I think fits into the continuity of Game & Watch existing in the Brooklyn
And
world.
it could also be like all he knows how to draw is stick figures
And
because he's like,
stencils.
I don't know how to draw, Mario.
Like, I can't make piranha plants. I just made
And it is
this.
great how Game & Watch uses his 9 as a side attack.
But
to
it wasn't
kill
exactly
Bowser.
like Smash Bros. With the 9, but I'm okay with that. The point is that he used his hammer and his little parasol.
to murder Bowser.
Yes. So then Junior,
We get to
is
the big
in one
climax.
last big climax, and so he uses his full drawing capacity
To create a masterpiece.
masterpiece dragon that totally wasn't traced, okay? He's not a tracer. He did it with his own 2 claws.
Well, maybe he just made a little smudge on the ground and said, no, I can make this work.
Anyways, point is,
It's the dragon from Odyssey.
it is the dragon from Odyssey, which was also funny because that was also in Odyssey. It's completely like in this cartoony world. We have this realistic Dark Souls looking dragon, and it's like,
And it
what?
was interesting how the dragon wasn't fully in Junior's control because he starts to like gloat and then it eats him.
Yeah, it's kind of like he made something outside of his capacity.
And it is really sweet to me though how Mario goes to rescue Junior.
Yeah, put their differences
just-
aside.
He's just a kid.
And help Bowser, because he saw how distressed Bowser was.
This annoying kid. I'm so glad he's dead.
That was from Sticker Star. When you beat up Junior.
I can't even remember her name.
Kirsty?
Yeah, Kirsty. He's a child.
I like the idea of the comic where Mario doesn't even say anything. He just makes
looks
a
like,
face.
what?
It's like,
This is a
my
child.
opinion of you has greatly lowered. So then,
Anyway, so yeah, as our super power up as the final of the movie, because we used the superstar in the last one. It'd be kind
Yeah.
of lame if we just did another
It would.
superstar.
We used a different type of star.
So instead, we get the best power up in Galaxy, which is the red star.
the go around the sandbox star.
The hey, you collected everything. Here you get your sandbox star.
Yippee!
Woohoo!
And so he flew around with
So we
it.
get some fun.
Saved him. You know, they beat up the dragon. Yep.
Save
Hooray.
Rosalina.
The Cosmos power.
They use our cosmos power to make the planet nice again, even
Make
though I
it
kind of liked how it looked. But,
Nice
you know.
and green. I think it's more environmentally friendly.
Okay, sure. I guess Bowser and Junior were polluting
They
everything.
were not environmentally friendly.
It was being run on Space Princess
Okay,
power.
so then we got one of the last big jokes in the movie, which I loved it, which is
It was
that,
so great.
like, they're like, meet my sister, this is Rosalina, and they're like, oh, family, so great, and then they're like, I can't wait to show you my castle when I get home, and they're like,
And Mario and Luigi are like,
oh, and then they get back, and there's just a giant hole in the ground,
And they're all just
where
looking
it's
like,
been abducted,
what the hell?
and they love how Luma goes, what happened to the castle?
Oh, it died. And then Peach gives like the most scathing, like, are you for real? I left you in charge for 1 day.
But I also love the idea that Luigi equates it to caring for a pet, and it died.
You gave me your pet Cheep, and you killed it in 1 day.
Which we have been through as people went on vacation, and then the animals died. No, do you remember that story?
Oh yeah, that story was, well, I say great. It was it was sad.
Maybe
but,
we can laugh about it.
Said I went on vacation and I had my neighbor take care of my fish, and it died literally the next day. I'm pretty sure we prefaced this saying, like, the fish probably isn't going to be around very much longer. And they were like, it's fine. The fish died the next day.
And they felt so guilty.
They felt so guilty that the guy got his secretary to go buy another fish. So they bought another fish, and then that fish died before we got back from our vacation. So they just handed us another dead fish. And I was just like, it's really okay.
We now have 2 fish lives on our hands.
We knew it was gonna die.
I just love that they're so highfalutin that they sent a secretary to do it.
So great. That was an interesting neighbor. Anyway, back to the movie.
So yeah,
we get one final Mario Maker reference.
Where they build
we get one final Mario World reference.
Yeah, where they build it in the Mario World engine 2D. That Yoshi, picks up a block and puts it down. Luigi's painting, and then somebody crashes next to him, and then Luigi just stares at him.
What's that? Mario crashes and loses his power up.
Oh, that's right. It's small, and he's like, oh my god, are you serious? But then they finish their castle. One last thing, Mario dons the cape. He did not whoop with the cape. Slightly, a little disappointing, but
hey, we only got one galaxy spin when he had the red star.
That's true, because he didn't have Luma power. And then he puts the flag on top, and then the movie is over.
Then we get our nice credits, which with the first movie, they just decided to do like a diorama because it was fun. In this movie, they decided to take it one step further, where they decided to do it in-universe with Bowser's little puppet show, where he reenacts the whole movie, but with his puppets.
Well, with scenes.
It's great.
And it's like, oh, it'll be a moment between Peach and Mario, and then Mario gets flicked away.
And they picked some great songs once again for the credits.
Yeah,
lots of
like
good,
the Junior song.
Yeah, they picked Junior's new Super Mario Bros. Theme, which was pretty cool.
Wow.
It's not the first one I think of, but it is my favorite one, so.
I guess I think of his Sticker Star song.
That one's pretty fun. His Wonder song is really good, too. Mm-hmm. I kept trying to listen out for other Junior themes, but they mostly just did the Bowser airship, like the Bowser conquering the galaxy.
Okay, I swear I did hear the Bowser level music from Galaxy. It's not
they did do
Bowser in the Sky, but
not
that's
Cooper Road.
What I think about. Could be. Anyways, point is that we really love this movie.
It was pretty great. There were 2 little teasers at the end.
Oh yeah, so the first teaser, it was one that I completely forgot about, which they showed in the trailer, which was Lumily. Apparently Lumily has got a job being
prison warden
being
for Bowser
a big S to all the prisoners. And then also that Junior was digging out with Bowser's rib.
It was great.
He's like, keep at it, son.
That was fun at the end. He's like, Dad, I found your femur. Great job, son. Now let's find my foot.
He's encouraging him. Yeah, there's they got a good relationship between them. And then the second teaser, which you have to stay for the whole credits for, Go Illumination, making you appreciate everybody's work in the movie. We got Daisy! And when I saw her, I think it was because we actually had a Shrek trailer right beforehand that was like, hey, Shrek 25th anniversary. Why don't you come and...
Oh, she's chittering.
Bunny is chit-chattering.
She's so cute.
So the bunny chitters, right? They might not show. I'll do my best. And his point is that Daisy, she looked so cute.
Oh my
Daisy was always my favorite as a little youngin'.
I love her gloves.
But then the big question
is, her beautiful tan skin.
I think it's more her yellowish tone.
Yeah.
Peach has a rosy tone. Yeah. And hers is more olive. So yeah, the big question, what is Daisy gonna do in the next movie? Is she going to be a star child just like
So I guess it's our
Peach
predictions
for
Mario Movie 3 time.
Which has not been announced yet, but it seems
come on.
likely,
Why
but
not?
You should...
They'll make a billion.
It's not confirmed, as you know. So what's Daisy gonna do? I think she will not be related to Rosalina and Peach.
I can't have all the girls be related.
They're all sisters.
Then we can't ship anybody.
We still have
Waluigi.
Hey, we still have Pauline in the real world.
True.
Mayor Pauline. Anywho.
Unless we decide to do a Bonanza movie. Which, as much as I'm like, I don't know if there's enough for them to do a full Donkey Kong movie with Seth Rogen, it would be cool to see King K. Rool, And do some Bonanza stuff.
I think,
but,
for K. Rool, we would need to bring Clump and Crusher
yes.
in there. And it's like, I don't know that they would do that, But K. Rool really needs those characters to bounce off of, to be a royal king and his, stooges and whatever. Mm-hmm. So what do you think Daisy's
potentially,
gonna do?
it could be Luigi's Mansion, but,
Okay.
it's just a potential.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna go Mario Land route with all the different games that have land in them.
We'll finally get official English names for all these random enemies from Mario Land.
Because we keep saying it, but I'm pretty sure Wario and Waluigi will be in the next movie because it's so weird that we haven't had Wario yet.
And with your Wario, you gotta have a Waluigi. Mm-hmm. You just gotta.
Because they've shown that they're good with those niche takes. And, if we're gonna have Daisy, then it's like, well, with sports pairings, Daisy was made to go with Peach.
You know what? I didn't think about that. It could be a tournament arc. A sports-themed movie where it's all types of sports. So we have baseball, we have tennis.
Maybe it's Bowser and Junior will challenge
football,
the Mushroom Kingdom to a battle to try to win their freedom, and the Koopalings will be there.
Well, I think it would be some sort of war, but then they might be like, hang on, in this land, we should actually do it like sports and not kill people. And then Bowser would be like, I guess we don't have to kill people, but we're gonna be the winners and we're gonna kick your butts and be awesome.
Look, I'm gonna hold on to my Koopaling train until the sun turns cold, okay? I love them. I want them in everything.
You know what? If the sports things... Oh my god.
They have a sports thing. The Bowser needs to have his own team.
No. He's gonna get the elite group of every one of them is good at one of the sports. Larry, as we know from the Olympic Games, he's good at equestrian.
And tennis.
And tennis? Okay, and tennis. And then we get Wendy who's good at swimming. We get Ludwig. Shoot, he did have a sport. Fencing was what he was in charge of.
That's so cute.
In Tokyo Olympic Games.
Oh my god.
Anyways, we could prescribe each of the Koopalings a sport and then be like...
It's just making me think of early.
They're gonna be our elite athletes.
Best of the best.
The big name Koopas who are gonna, lead our teams to victory.
And they'll need someone to front the bill, and it'll be Wario.
No, Wario's gonna be paying for all this. So what it takes...
Wario sets up the tournament to make $1 billion.
You are exactly right.
And then he steals the money like in gold.
It's gonna be like Wario.
Oh my god, what if it ends like gold where he turns into crazy potty head guy? Oh my god, we've made our own movie.
Alright, we've made the movie. It's yours, Illumination. You can take it.
Anywho, if they don't take that angle, I think taking a Wario Land angle with Wario would be cool.
So the thing is Mario Land and Wario...
Because that would have the exploring
are
aspect.
already connected. You're saying the adventure. So that was one thing that I had said, the big connection between movies 1 and 2, besides being Mario, is that they're both about an adventure. And I think
we'd have the Mario Land, we'd have Wario Land, we could do Mario 3D Land.
Well, 3D Land and 3D World are very close together.
Well,
Mario
we haven't
Land
really done a lot of 3D World either.
Mario Land is its own,
I'm wondering if we're gonna get Giant Bowser.
Pocket thing.
Because when Dry Bowser appeared, my thoughts were either we were getting Dry Bowser or we were gonna get his giant form from the new Super Mario Bros.
Yeah. I mean, we could get some sort of Fury Bowser. I don't know. At this point, though...
Do you think Bowser will still be the antagonist?
Will Bowser draw an uneasy truce?
Or will we get a bigger bad?
I mean, would he be the bigger bad?
Or maybe it's like
he's the final boss in Mario Land 2.
It could be that they underestimate Wario and then he pulls the rug from under them.
I think that could be it. And Waluigi!
And then
everybody
power. It's
everybody underestimates
gurgling.
It's explosive. Yes. Or we could all underestimate Waluigi and then he just snaps and just goes bonkers with it. He builds a machine or something.
I just want Waluigi to be a dude.
I mean, he could just be a guy. That's the other thing, is because Waluigi came from spin-offs, we really don't know a lot about him. We know less about him than we do Rosalina. We know that he thinks everybody's a cheater. A thief thinks that everybody steals.
Some people think that he has a thing for gardening because we always see him with roses and stuff.
Roses, and that he's got a suave demeanor, and that sometimes he's shown with a potted piranha plant. And it's that could be something.
Up as Dracula.
Mm-hmm. He was a vampire.
A vampire. I guess Wario also dressed up as Dracula.
Actually, I don't think he did.
Yeah, in one of the Wario Land games. It's one of his...
Oh, yes. So that's the one where you transform and you turn into a little bat. Yes.
So, like, I don't know. Because we haven't seen Bowser technically using power-ups in the Mario movie. I mean, he used the small mushroom.
You're right, the mini mush.
But we haven't gotten, like, Cat Bowser or anything. So, like, we could still get some Bowser power-ups. Or we could get Wario and Waluigi with power-ups, too.
Oh, that's a real sighting.
Well, and then Wario's power-ups would be, like, his Wario Land forms.
Like when he puts on the stupid hat. Mm-hmm. No, that's in Mario Land 2. When you fight him and then he puts on a hat and he gets, like, even more powerful.
Rough take. They could take, like, the swoop candies from Mario Party 8 and, like, that turns into Vampire Wario.
Insane pull. I don't know that they would do that.
He could get his garlic and turn into Super Wario.
And then also, with all this Wario-ness, we're talking about Wario Land, but there's also the WarioWare aspect of Wario.
I mean, I would love the WarioWare aspect because I love WarioWare.
At their weird characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would make a great TV show.
Mm-hmm. Either way, that's a lot of our speculations.
Speculations for things that they haven't even announced because the movie is still in theaters.
It is still... They haven't decided. They have not publicly announced that they're going to do movie 3.
I'd say right now they're focusing on the Zelda movie.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting about that.
Well, that's because it's not animated, so we don't
care. And also, I don't expect much from the plot. I don't know.
Also, we're not big into Zelda compared to...
Oh! This is our big hot take. We were diehard Zelda fans, but nowadays, we're just kind of like, nah. I feel like it's very entry-level fantasy, and at this point, I'm looking for more, like... complex fantasy. I want to know more about Ganondorf besides that he likes power, okay? Bowser is more developed than Ganon. That's a little bit of a problem there. And then what other media is coming up? The Sonic 4 movie? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, baby. I've seen a lot of hype for things from Sonic
trailer,
CD.
But they have announced Christian Bale as Amy and...
I don't think they announced a Metal Sonic.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
I don't think he'll talk. But either way, I don't know what the heck's gonna go on in that movie. My boy Shadow, I hope he's there. He probably will be. A lot of people are thinking there's going to be CD references, and it's like, it would be a crazy pull to have songs from Sonic CD in there, besides Starlight Speedway Bad Future, because that's the only one everybody knows. But it's got a beautiful soundtrack, so I don't know. That's Sonic stuff. So then also, in terms of podcast, Peach and I have decided that we are going to be going with the Donkey Kong Country show. When will it start? I don't know. Whenever Peach gets done with the cover art, and we're also in a good place.
I will say very soon, someone will be obsessed with Tomodachi Life.
Yes. Tomodachi.
I really need to pick up a game again. I don't know. I've been trying to focus on art because I'm very, very close to finishing my current art project.
Within almost the last 5%. Mm-hmm. Within the 10% end marker, which is huge.
Yep. Oh, man, 2 years.
Oh. And your skills have gotten so much better since then.
Thanks. So I have planned out what the cover art will look like for Donkey Kong Country. Mm-hmm. We're thinking it's that I might watch them myself because I love the show so much.
Yeah, and then I will be going in first view going, what the crap?
Because, once you watch a certain number of episodes, you kind of get desensitized to it. And then you show someone else and they're like, why the hell do they look like that?
We'll be trying to bring in guests and let them speak their word. I don't know, listen back to old podcast episodes. I'm like, I talk over my guests so much. So I will try to be a better host.
We all live and learn.
Yeah. And I do want guests for it because I think you get used to Donkey Kong. And it's like, my dad walks in and is like, this show is ugly. And I'm like, no, Dad, it's a cultured understanding of it. And he's like, no, it's just bad.
I'm like, I know, I love it.
I love it all the same.
I love Himbo Donkey Kong.
I love that personality.
And his weird weed cousin Funky Kong.
And man-child Diddy. Okay, I say man-child. It's more like a child, someone who stopped growing. But make no mistake, he's an adult man.
Shakespearean actor K. Rool.
And his flunkies and candy
and fruity bluster.
Fruity bisexual bluster Kong.
Oh my god.
And a very career-focused, independent Candy Kong who's also a bit of a romantic. Mm-hmm. I'd say the ones that we're not too excited about are Cranky and Dixie.
Cranky.
I think it's just because, is it got a witch Which Dr. Angle? Is he a cranky old man?
I think Cranky can have his funny moments.
And then poor Dixie. We'll get into this, I guess, when we talk about the show
When we
itself.
actually, yeah, get
but
into the
I
show.
think that the show was being developed while Dixie was still in development.
Yeah, so Donkey Kong Country had come out, but they were
not
still
2.
working on 2.
Yeah, which is why we kind of have a very, like...
Which there are a lot of elements from 2 that do kind of make it in the show, but we'll get to that.
I think that's just, like,
We keep
things that were in Country 1 that got expanded on in 2.
We keep saying that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. But Dixie's very, like, I don't know, she's a girl. And it feels so awful to say that. It's like, I don't know, she's just a girl who has her Daisy shirt and whatever else. And it's like, we don't like her a lot. But the episodes will be good. We do declare.
We certainly hope so.
So, Peach, where can people find you online?
You can find me at peachsupremeart.tumblr.com. I'm currently working on a few projects, and then I'll be taking a little break to
To build
up a little bit more of a queue, and then hopefully finishing Nintendo Flower Garden and maybe getting some one-off stuff, because I haven't done one-off stuff in so long because I've been focused on these projects.
It's true. You need to get that one Luca drawing done.
I drew a picture of Kamek for the movie, and I was just like, when was the last time I drew Kamek? It's like 5 years ago.
There's still the
4 years ago? I don't even remember.
20,000 notes present.
Oh, for you?
Yeah. For me?
For you.
You're 2,000 notes away from a 25K note
God.
present, to which you could do a little something for that, but we're not there yet. Yeah, there's a bunch of other just little art pieces, but first, the project, it's almost done!
Yay! Where can we find you, Spicy?
I'm gonna be at spicypastelis.tumblr.com. And I also have a Twitch, and I got a new gaming computer, and sometimes I like to stream gaming corruptions on there. Whenever my heart decides it. There's no schedule.
And once more, I forgot to thank our illustrious composer for our outro, Taylor Lair. You can find more of her music at tlair.bandcamp.com. That is T, the letters TLAIRE.bandcamp.com.
Do you want to say anything, buddy? You want to bite me?
No, she doesn't like to say things when she's held. You know this.
True. She just wants to snuggle.
Bye, Zani Paisanis.
Yashi!
Looks like you forgot your training wheels, sewer sap.